What's going on, beautiful paint entrepreneurs and contractors alike? This is Aiden Smith with the Paint Your Path podcast, the number one podcast for painting contractors and entrepreneurs. And
Let's
I am
go.
joined by my co-host, Joel Mercado.
What is up, my man?
What's going on?
Dude, I'm pumped. That's what's going on.
We have a great week ahead of us. It is time for the PCA Expo, Painting Contractor Association.
Yes, super pumped. Dude, you were gonna drop some good stuff today. I know that. So talk to us. Talk to us. What do we got going on for PCA?
Man, there's a ton going on. This is Super Bowl just happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the Super Bowl for painting.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, this is it.
Very true.
This is what you see online with like the trade show type stuff, right? The new software, the new products, right? Everything on
Yeah.
display. You get the what's the lineup, right? Like Monday's check-in, Tuesday is going to be educational intro, networking, connecting, kind of like, hey, what does this year coming up look like? Where are we at as an industry? You'll
Mm-hmm.
hear from some of the top guys. They'll be speaking, and then Wednesday is the big trade show.
Yes.
That's
I
going to
get
be,
excited on the trade shows, dude.
dude, Sherwin-Williams, Benjamin Moore, Home Depot,
Yep.
Lowe's, DripJobs, all the top guys
Yeah.
in one spot.
100%. And the cool part is like seeing the new things coming out, the new softwares, the new products, the new machines, the new this. It's super pumped. Like I love it. That's one of my favorite parts.
100%, man, and when we go, we see year to year how things change, right?
Mhm.
So it's really cool to see what's up next, what's coming out. A lot of AI stuff is happening, right? I'm
Yeah.
excited to see kind of that side of things. New technology, man. So many new vendors that we've met in the last year that are probably going to have their own booth. So we are growing. We are seeing it happening, and it is cool to be a part of. Tell you
Yeah,
that.
man. Dude, it's the coolest part of it all. It's just like being able to be a part of it as
Yeah.
well, right? Like, what a lot of people don't realize is like the podcast, obviously being the leader of the painting industry, right? We say that because as we are sponsored by DripJobs, it's such a big deal. Like, got our first sponsorship, right?
Mhm.
So, like, guys, like, understand when you come to the PCA, like first things first, you're going to hear a lot of great things on today. And this is what we want to kind of not expose, but allow you guys to hear about and what we're going to talk about to get you prepped for the PCA and see what we've seen in the last few years, ever since Aiden and I first met each other.
Yeah.
Like it's wild to think about like how fast things have happened, what we've moved into, what we're doing, and what we've been able to give back to the community. So it's been awesome, man.
Yeah, like you just said it, right? We were able to meet there officially, right? I
Yes.
mean, what about the other people we got to meet there, right? And the relationships that you cultivate. Because look, online's cool. You have your Zoom meetings, you kind of get to see people and chat via, Messenger, but really being in the presence of the guys, in our industry that you get to see what they're made of, you get to see kind of the real person they are, and then that relationship gets a lot more concrete,
Yeah.
right? And
100%.
you have fun, man. Like that's the best thing about it is, as vendors, right? Like as people that support this community and give value, we see it as like a big get together, right? Like an annual just, hey, you get to hang out with a lot of the guys that you know and have created a relationship with, and this is your time to really get to see them. And I think that weight makes it that much more special, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like a family reunion.
Yeah. Well, I was just talking to the guys the other day. I was like, I think it was Lucas. We're on a text. I was on a text with Lucas, and then I'm on a text with you guys, obviously. Like, it's just funny to like, we're talking to each other and we're like, dude, I can't wait to see you, man. Like, even
Yeah.
though we're going to be working a little bit at the trade show and doing whatever we're doing, we're also going to see our friends and family. Like,
Yep. Yep. 100%.
so it's fun. Super
Yeah,
fun.
and, guys, I do wanna let you know the podcast does have a small portion of a booth
Yeah.
here at the expo, so we're gonna be obviously sponsored by DripJobs. If you haven't got onto that train for your CRM, don't wait till it's too late, guys. I'm seeing what's happening with the different features. They just redid their website. They got a lot of things going on. Prices are going up. That's just the reality of it. They're giving more and more value. So I imply, or whatever that word is, to have you guys give DripJobs a chance. 60 days free,
Yep.
PATH 60, PATH 60. That's our promo code, so you can guys get 60 days free. But Tanner was nice enough to say, hey, we can use a little bit of his booth. So we got a nice little PYP, Paint Your Path podcast banner. And what we want to do is not only have you stop by, get some pictures with us, talk, chop it up, but guys, we want you to tell us how we've helped you, right? If you're listening to the podcast, give us some feedback on how has it impacted your business? What have you got from it? How have we added value to your business? Because that's what we're here for,
Yep.
right? So it's just cool to be represented, see the brand, and have it come full circle, man. It's gonna be awesome.
Man, I'm so excited. And then, guys, take photos with us. Ask us
Mhm.
questions. What an opportunity for you to come by there, by the booth. And then, obviously, if you have any questions about drip jobs, production rates, you got Aiden there. If you have anything else, I'll be there too to help out as much as possible. And then also go into other booths. Like we can introduce you to other people in the industry. Make sure you utilize us. I say utilize us because we've been able to meet some great leaders there that we can connect you with as well. And I know we would love to do that for you. And dude, I'm just super pumped. And let's chat with the brain melds too, right? Like what
Yes.
can they expect on the brain melds, my brother? What are we thinking?
Yeah, so brain melds are something a little bit newer. I think they started that last year,
Yep.
where the PCA basically gets all of the top industry experts in all the different segments or portions of the painting business to give you value. So you're talking about Joel's going to be leading with leadership, right? He
Yep.
has a table dedicated to leadership without losing your standards. I'm going to be doing the benefits of proper estimating, right? All the reasons why estimating is at the core of your painting business and it sets up your business for success. So I'm going to kind of give you the game on why it matters, what you can do, adjustments you can make. But then you look across the room and there's going to be, I don't know, there's like 30 to 40, maybe more, just private tables that you're going to be able to rotate and figure out a little bit about that topic, whether it be leadership, sales, estimating, operations, you name it. If it's in a painting business, they're going to cover it.
Yeah, it's super sick. Like I'm looking at just the groups right now: business growth, commercial work, financials, project management, leadership, marketing, sales. Those are all the main subjects right now for the brain melds. And just like Aiden said, like it's kind of like speed dating,
Yes,
right?
but
Like
for
you're going in,
education, right?
yeah, and you can grab whichever one you want and going in there. So like super pumped to be
Yeah.
a part of that. Hopefully I can break out too and get into a brain meld and listen to the great speakers too and leading those brain melds as well. So super
Yeah.
pumped for that.
Yeah, so if you have a weakness in your business or you want to strengthen something in your business, what an opportunity to do that in an efficient manner for free, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I think the reason we got behind PCA so much, is obviously because of the people that are involved in making it happen and the people that go, but also we understand that that education portion of it is so important. That understanding and having the perspective of the industry overall is so important. Like, I love the awards they give away for the different, projects, the industrial, the high-end residential, right? The
Mhm.
restoration projects. You actually get to see spotlighted what these companies are doing day to day, week to week, and some of the insights on the projects they're doing. And it is one of those things that we don't want to lose that as craftsmen and painters, right? Because yes, there's a business, there's a scaling, there's a doing it at a high level, but you also want to make sure that you're providing that amazing quality of work, right? And that's something we both have in common that we want to always provide.
100%. I love that you mentioned that too, because like when I first went to the PCA, this was 3 years ago, right? I had my other companies, right? And in those companies, it really opened my mind up because I was so focused on just being in my companies
Yeah.
that I wasn't paying attention to the industry. I wasn't paying attention to anything else but what I was doing. And it really opened me up to learn more. Like I hired you, remember when I had you meet with my team and
Yeah.
we had fun over a Zoom call, and you were able to teach us the importance of production rates because, I had two sales reps on there and my production manager. We don't do production rates. And I was like, what is
Right.
this? Like, what are you talking about? Right. And we were exposed to something new to us. We were doing it
Yeah.
one way and one way only. Right. And when we were opened up to that, you graciously helped us out with that. That was awesome. And then got to meet Tanner from there, and we switched from one CRM to DripJobs, and it's been amazing since then. And then obviously I met Lucas, and like there's just so many things that happen to our businesses
Yeah.
out of just the PCA alone. right? And that's where, you started doing your thing even more. You moved to Florida. Like, dude, it's crazy how fast things have gone by since we started going to the expo.
Yeah.
Like, it's wild. And then to say now we're actually in the brain melds. And now, I
Right.
know when I first met you, you were doing some stuff with DripJobs that
Dude,
time too.
100%.
It was
And
so much.
also, looking around the room at the guys, you see all of them at a next level.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
not by mistake.
Hmm.
When you come to these places, of course, you don't have to use everything, right? Just because we
Right.
introduce you to something doesn't mean you have to run with it. But it gives you some perspective and it gives you a better way, a solution that you can consider. And then
Yep.
you kind of weigh your options, take it the way you want it to go, right? So you just really get that perspective. But I kind of want to explain the whole drip jobs thing because it's so funny, man. It's like a
Yeah, I
full
was
circle.
wondering that too. I was like, Aiden with DripJobs? Like, I was confused that
No,
day.
everybody thought like I worked for their company and,
Yeah.
we're aligned, we work together in certain ways, but it's really like a partnership with our coaching and their CRM, right? So
Yeah.
what happened was I had moved to Florida and I wasn't gonna start my painting business, right? Because I
Okay.
already was running it remote in Philly when I made the transition and it was a dying thing and I knew that. So I'm like, all right, I need to prepare for what's next and kind of until this falls off. So I had worked with Alex in the meantime, right? Connected with him. Tanner
Oh,
put
yeah,
me in
that's right.
contact with him.
Yeah, yeah.
And, we changed his business around. That was amazing. And it was a symbiotic relationship. I can't lie. As much as he needed me, I needed him. And we're
Yeah.
still like best buds to this day. But like when Drip Jobs happened or whatever, he knew that I was good with the software because of what I did with Alex. And I had made some content because I was like doing the coaching. And that was one of the tools I understood now. So I'm like, hey, here's how you estimate and all that kind of stuff. And he goes, hey, man, come to Expo. I'll get your ticket, just work at my booth. We could use the help and you're knowledgeable.
What?
So, dude, it was like going to the G League. You know what I
Yeah, yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
It was like, yo, we're throwing you in. We're gonna be high pace. We had me, Alex, we had a bunch of his team guys. There was like
Yeah,
7 guys, and we were just demoing the app. Here's how you do this, blah, blah, blah. And I was already you didn't have to train me. I was ready to go. So it was
yeah,
just a perfect fit. And then after that, I remember thinking like I was like sweating. I was just like, going because I wanted to make sure I gave the most value I could and put 110% into it because I
yeah.
understood he was putting me on. And then after that, we went, shout out to Base Coat Marketing. They paid for our Disney ticket and we went to Disney
What?
afterwards. Dude, it was like a whole crazy thing, just how it kept going that night. So couldn't be more grateful for that opportunity. And then the funny thing is, I came back next year and, Caleb with Torify, he's
Yes,
doing
I've seen him online. I don't personally know him, but yes, I've seen the associations. Yeah.
Yeah, no, really good guy, and, he is one of the brain meld he's hosting a brain meld table, and then next year, I see Caleb at the, booth, the Drip Jobs uniform, and I'm like, "Ah, you're in my shoes now."
You've been
So,
recruited.
yeah, Tanner
But
was like, "Yeah, it's
look at
like,
that opportunity though, right? Look what it does, man. It's
yeah."
wild. It's wild.
No, man, and he's doing great, but it just shows you, like, once you get aligned with the right people,
Mhm.
once you kind of really just put that value out and try to help people, like, you're gonna get taken care of, and, I like to align my guys with guys that put in the work, so it's like, "Hey,
That's
man,
awesome.
good people put in the work, only good things are gonna come out of that," you know what I mean?
Facts. Facts,
So,
facts.
fun story, fun story. I also wanted to quickly, touch on, like, how do people prepare for the expo, right? Because,
Yeah.
maybe you're listening and you're not going, and you were thinking about it and you considered it or you heard about it or you don't know what it is at all. Could you kind of give the landscape for what it is as far as like how to prepare and yeah, wherever you want to take it?
Yeah, this is I'm trying to pull up the schedule right now. It is, I believe it's pcapainted.org/. Well, I'll put the link in the chat. So I'm gonna send this to you. There is a PDF version of a schedule already. So I'll send it to you, Aiden, if we
Gotcha.
could put it in the link. So, it already states PCA Expo. Looks like the 16th is registration. So day one is just registration between 4 and 8. Is that correct?
Yep.
So
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
no event, nothing going on. It's just kind of getting registered and whatnot. But on Tuesday, it has it broken down. They're going to have breakfast. They have the opening session. They have a keynote speaker. So what I suggest is, this is what I learned year one that was a problem for me. I've never been there. Didn't know what to expect. Think of a big conference that has multiple rooms, and to better prepare, download the schedule, highlight the important subjects that you guys want to see.
Yep.
So something that you feel like, A, maybe one of your favorite speakers, B, could be a topic that you feel like you need to work on. So whether it's sales, whether it's growing your franchise, like if you're trying to build a franchise and grow, I highly recommend meeting with like Brandon Vaughn. He's speaking.
Mhm.
Things like that are very specific. Get hyper focused on what's going to make sense for you and then highlight what room, because then they're going to map out the rooms. It's like a huge conference. They have like specific like islands, and one thing is called Asia, the other one's called Pacific.
Bro,
Like
yep, yep.
pay attention to the rooms. That's going to help you out with that. And then pay attention to the time so you can map it out. Like for instance, it says Brain Melds is literally on its first full day from 12:30 to 2 p.m. So like if you guys want to be a part of those Brain Melds, you really need to focus on what's that time block so you don't miss out on that. Also, another thing to better prepare is something that I learned. My teams were calling me right at the time that I needed to be in the rooms that I wanted to be in. So please prepare
Mhm.
your teammates. Hey, I'm blocked off from this time to this time. I cannot be distracted. Be proactive. Let them know that you're going to be in a conference call. Respect the speaker's time, right? Like, they're giving their all to you guys. So they give you the respect back to you to give you the knowledge and experience. So as I'm looking at this PDF file, it has a full breakout, talks about workshops, when to do it. So it's just really fun. They also have sponsored evening receptions. So it looks like we have a sponsored evening reception from 6 to 9 on February 18th, which I believe that's on a Wednesday.
Mhm.
That's from Benjamin Moore. And then there's another one that following Thursday night with Sherwin. So also, here's the thing that I learned. I'm sure Aiden's going to agree with me on this. I got the best networking in those social networks.
100%.
Right? Like at
Mhm.
nighttime when everybody was kind of like loosey goosey, they weren't all uptight, right? Like they're having a couple drinks. They had like a cigar area, which was really cool. Not that I'm promoting it, but it's just like,
Right.
hey, like the biggest promotion I want you guys to understand is let loose, enjoy your time, start networking with them. And I learned, I mean, gosh, I remember meeting like Matt Highfill, right? Like in the middle of a hallway, he introduced himself to me and then was like just chatting me up, right? And then I
Yeah.
met Nick Kelly from there. Like, guys, I'm telling you guys, like, I've been seeing their growth in their businesses. It's super important to network. Don't be shy, be open. And when I say open too, ask questions.
Mhm.
Don't be the guy that knows it all. Like when I'm there, I know I'm not just going to be answering questions. I'm going to
For
be
sure.
asking questions like crazy. I want to learn too, right?
Mhm.
I promise you guys, it'll be awesome. So we'll leave that link on that PDF file on the chat. I think we could do that, right? Like
Yeah, yeah, for sure. In the
through the
description,
pod.
will
Okay,
do.
I'm gonna send that to you right now, so I don't forget.
Dude, I love that you mentioned that though. Like, make sure your teams are prepared because if you are the guy that's holding the glue together, right, make sure that you have a setup plan, right? Maybe somebody can cover you for estimates. Maybe somebody can cover you for project management. Whatever you need to do, move the schedule around because it's that important. Right.
Yes.
And you do not want to be, oh, taking calls. I have to leave when it's like one of the most important things. Cause I don't think they send slides or anything once it's done. It's like, hey, if you're there, you get that value. Some of these guys are bringing heat, right? That's exactly
Mhm.
why the PCA has them there, is because they're experts and they're literally giving you guys roadmaps that you can implement. I still have screenshots of stuff I've taken that I
Me
still
too.
reference to this day
Me too.
because it was so gold, right? You got guys that have 10, 50, multi locations and they're giving you real
Mhm.
sauce that, just helps you with your company. So imagine that plus the networking. Remember, I kicked it with one of the bigger companies back in the day called Hyler Painting that even
Mm,
I applied for in Pennsylvania, that I actually went to apply and try and work with them back in the day, right?
nice.
And I was affiliated with all the, Bucks County and whatnot. But like that was a big deal for me to see the owner in person and feel like, damn, we're kind of part of this event together now. It's kind of full circle. It's
Yeah,
pretty cool. So
that's
it,
dope.
it's
That's dope.
it's incredible the amount of people that come out and man, I can't stress that networking enough. Benjamin Moore and Trent Williams go all out for these events,
Yes.
right? Like, I mean, open tab, you name it, we're good to go. There's gonna be a ton of people and take advantage of it, man. Like you said, don't be the guy that's sitting in a corner, sipping, scoping, shake hands, open up.
Yes.
I always tell people if I'm the dumbest person in the room, I'm in the right room, right?
Mhm.
I'm the brokest person in the room, I'm in the right room. So that's where you'll find me. Um, and it's gonna be awesome. Simple as
Love
that.
it, man. Oh, dude. The more we're talking about it, I'm getting more pumped up about it. Let's go.
Yeah, and then speaking of networking, Joel can't make it, man. I'm a little
I
upset about
know.
that, but he has to kick it with the family, which I totally
Yeah.
respect. The Paint
Appreciate
Pro
you.
coaching, we are having an event Monday night. So basically, you go register for PCA. If you're a part of our group, you get invited to our private event, and it's gonna be cool, man. It's gonna be 4 hours. Everybody just linked up. It's gonna be a good time. So
Woo!
I'm excited about
Well,
that.
I just want you guys to send me messages with photos so I
Mhm.
could see you guys. Yeah, that'd be super dope. That honestly is gonna be so much fun. And the fact that, it's gonna be specific to the people you know and your people and being able to acknowledge them, it's gonna be beautiful to have them
Yeah.
all there.
Yeah, so that's gonna be Monday, 6 p.m.
6
Monday
p.m.
night. So go register, pop over, and we're good to go.
How can they find that registration? And then are you gonna just put it on the
Yeah,
link as well?
DM me on
Okay,
Instagram. Yeah, I
good,
have a
good.
post out already, but you can just DM me for more details. Obviously, I can't
Perfect.
like just put it out there so people just slide by. Um, Another thing I wanted to mention, man, and just like this whole journey that I've been reflecting on, we talked about the guys and the differences they've made, right? Like, I mean, think about the Peach Painting of the world that was there, probably just
Yeah,
hit his first million at the first PCA, now doing who knows what, right?
yeah,
Nick, Matt, like all these guys that were at a certain place, right? Had aspirations or didn't know what was to come, and then now are now building empires. And it's because they started with investing in the right community, right?
yeah, yeah,
And dude, I was talking to my wife the other day. We had a little anniversary dinner that was really cool. And I asked her, like, what have you seen from me over the last few years? She used dude, and I'll get pretty deep with our listeners right now because
yeah.
I don't know. I like to just be open about kind of shit like this.
Let's do it.
So she was like, back in Philly, I always used to think like you could be a better dad. And that hit me like
Mm,
kind of hard, man, because I was,
mhm.
like I said, my story, I'm open about it. I was bogged down by the business, right?
Yeah,
Like truly, I just couldn't make the time. When I was with him, we were great. But like, man, like I wanted to get away sometimes, not be, and just do what I wanted to do to alleviate stress and whatnot.
yeah,
I can't tell you how much this community has changed my life, my business, my mindset, the people
yeah,
I've met, and the common denominator and why she said now like things are fucking worlds different was because the people I'm around, right?
yeah.
It is the motivation, it's the mindset, it's the pushing each other. It's the in the chat sending closed deals and saying, "Let's go." Right? Whereas before it's like, "Hey, are you gonna come out for this drink?" "No, you suck." Right?
Right.
It's a fully different lifestyle.
Wild, isn't it? When you have a team that's supportive. And I love that you say that because that's what people don't understand. It's like right before we got on this call, I told you that when you told me about the invite, I was like, it's been years that my wife's been supporting me, dealing with the business,
Yep.
dealing with the leftovers, the crumbs, you know what I mean? And that's it's important that we acknowledge the support, right? And that's why I'm not able to come to the event for you guys because
Hey,
I'm going to spend time with my wife and she deserves it, right? She's been there by my side, and I'm so happy to hear you say that because here's the cool part: there's nothing better than knowing that that support system that's been there since day one, no matter what, also sees the progression.
mhm,
So, like, when they can tell you the progression and you could see that and go, wow, the beauty behind that too is I'm just getting started. Like, if you
mhm.
were able to correct that, and that's only been what, a few years?
Yeah,
Think about that. What do you think's gonna happen in the next 5, 10 years, dude? It's lights out, man.
man.
And this is
But
the
not
thing that
only
people don't see.
not
Yeah,
only for me though, but what about the people I'm affiliated with now, right?
100%.
So now it's like when I see people that are going through something that I went through, I get
Mhm.
to say, "You don't even know what's coming," right?
Yeah,
The things we're gonna work through, the people I'm gonna connect you with, right? Those things are gonna change everything for you, and you don't even know how your life's gonna change,
yeah.
right? So that's why I think we lean towards these community-based events because there's such good intention. All it is
100%.
to help you in your business, which ultimately helps your life, and it's just a snowball effect. So, man, I couldn't, shout out PCA enough, man. They're amazing, and there's other events like this, right? Like,
Yes.
I know Tanner hosted an event here in Florida. It was
Nice.
like the local painters, something, just a community-based event where you get to connect with guys and just chop it up, learn, local sponsor, and just have a good time.
Good. That's awesome, man. Well, you
So
gotta remember that's where it's all about, man. And I wanted to go back on the fact that people don't see this stuff. Like, we're on a chat together, right? We have separate chats with other people as well.
mhm,
It's what keeps us moving and pushing, knowing that we're all on the same road of like, there's
yeah,
no envy, there's no jealousy. It's just like, man, I got your back. I love that win for you. Keep going, keep rising, keep winning. It really changes everything. And I love what you just said earlier, how you were like, hey, man, they don't even have an idea of what that looks like because you already went through the path and you're like, wait till we get you there, right? That's the exciting part about this. So, yeah, man, I'm super pumped and it's going to be fun us giving back to the community and doing what we do. And man, I'm pumped. I'm excited, blessed.
This is it, man. This might be the start of the next chapter of your life, February 16th, PCA.
Yes. Yeah, man. So as we're wrapping up, guys, here's the biggest thing, right? February 16th, PCA Expo. Let me be really, really specific to you guys. Again, make sure you see us on the trade show. We will be at the DripJobs booth. It will not show us Paint Your Path on the agenda. It will say DripJobs. Please go see us at DripJobs booth. We're going to do photos. We're going to put you on our Instagram. We want to do some interview questions. We want to know a little bit about what you took away. How can we make even more impact in your life? Subjects, anything that we can help you with. Pick our brain. Let's have fun, right? Let's get to know each other. So super excited. Can't wait to see you guys. And as we're wrapping up this episode, the biggest takeaways we could say is this. Don't forget, as a quick recap, Mr. Paint Pro coaching himself, Aiden, hosting that night, right? Don't forget, 6 p.m. till 9, you said? PM to 9. DM him, DM me too. I'll get the information. I'll also send you guys the information. If you're waiting for anything, I'll get that to you guys as well. Also, don't forget to download the schedule off the link on the episode. We're going to put the schedule on there for you guys. And then make sure also you guys do your block scheduling in advance to prepare you for that for the expo. Aiden, is there any last final things you want to say or?
That's it, man. Make the commitment. $1,000 to potentially change your business and life. We're not affiliated with them. We don't get no commission or anything like that. It's just something that helped us, changed our life, and we just want to pay it forward. So, guys, make sure you make it happen.
All right, guys. That's the end of our episode for this week. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Peace.
Cheers.